What is going on, everyone, and welcome to a sort of a brand new playthrough. I've actually had this on the back burner for quite a while. This is Siren Blood Curse. I had recorded this like a long ass time ago, so I just recently got around to actually commentating on it. Joining me for this playthrough, which won't be a very long playthrough, but a playthrough nonetheless, is Devil Dom.
Hey.
And this is like the first, like, I had actually known about this game before, but this is like the first time I've played it. I did play the original Siren on PS2, and this is apparently, from what I understand, like a remake or a reimagining of the first game. And it's basically, it's set in Japan, but it has like, it's kind of weird. This was actually an import that I got, but it does have like English voice acting, which is a little bit strange.
Oh, is it the UK import that has like all the chapters?
Yeah, it's I got it from Portugal.
Yeah, okay.
It still works though. It's surprisingly, it's pretty much. I don't really get it because like I feel like this game could easily have like a US release, but it never got one. You can import this game from the UK and it plays fine. I mean, obviously, because PS3 is region free, and there's English voice acting. So
Yeah. Speaking of Siren, have you? You said you played the first one. You played it on the.
I played a little bit of the first game. I never beat it. I did, and I think this is actually the only like live action footage we get in this game. By the way, it's kind of strange. But yeah, I played like the first part. I played like the first 3 levels of the first game. I did a playthrough of it on my old channel, but I never really completed the game. The voice acting in that game is really, really kind of bad, though. There's a lot of English, or I mean, like British voice actors in that game, and it just sounds really weird. It's kind of almost like Resident Evil levels of cringe.
Yeah.
And this game is like the voice acting is okay-ish. It's definitely better than the original game.
Oh, hey, it's Brian.
Watch this anymore.
I'm sorry, every time.
He's the token black character.
Hey. Is she the actress that you guys hired?
I do like that this game is at least kind of like accurate to how it would be like if there were a bunch of Americans in Japan, and one of like this character, he actually does speak Japanese.
Goddamn psychos! Fuck!
So have you played this game before?
I have not played. Well, actually, no. Correction. I played
Oh.
a little bit of it on PS Now, but you can imagine how that experience went.
Yeah.
And then I have the PS2 game on my PS4. It's. I mean, it looks visually nice, but definitely dated.
Oh, you mean the PS2 one or the PS3?
The PS2 one.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. For its time, it looks pretty decent. I don't know how the PS2 to PS4 version looks. I'm imagining it looks a lot
Yeah,
better.
it looks
Guessing they
very,
cleaned up the textures.
very clean.
This game actually looks really decent for, I forget when it came out, but it's pretty good. This is especially for the PS3 game. I will say though, this plot, like at first, you're not entirely sure what's going on. There's a few twists and turns in this plot, and without spoiling anything, the ending is pretty fucking crazy. Well, not so much the ending, but the latter half of the game is pretty crazy. In terms of like, I will say there's some pretty crazy plot twists you will not see coming, and they're not really the best plot twists. Welcome to Japan. Everyone hates you because you're an American.
Yep.
Well, see, if you actually did speak Japanese, you'd know what he said.
Shit.
Also, yes, the Japanese zombies.
Yeah, I remember this part.
This is actually pretty much the same as the original, I believe, because you're pretty much doing the same thing and running away from the police officer. This is how the original game starts.
Yeah,
there are a few differences though.
I remember that much from like because I touched the. Oddly enough, I only played a little bit of the PS2 one as well. And Not that I didn't want to go back to it or anything per se, it's just that I have so many other games in my backlog that I'm just like, I can't get to it now because I have so much to play through. And it also doesn't help that I have to make a lot of Resident Evil videos. So
yeah, this is one of those games I kind of played on a whim. Well, I mean, I knew about it before, but like I had a lot of other games in my backlog too, and I just kind of decided to play this one. And yeah, it's a good game. It's a little bit it's really, in my opinion at least, pretty underrated, and I feel like that's because it's not widely available in the West.
Yeah, this one I think is
which sucks.
available.
This is one of those games that really does need like an official, like just U.S. release or something. Maybe even like port it to the PS4.
I think on PS3 it's digital only in the U.S.
Yeah, it is, and I feel like that kind of hurt it in terms of sales. Also, this game has an episodic format, which, yeah, not too... I don't really... It doesn't need one. I don't really know why it has one. I guess so because the... I guess maybe just because of the digital aspect of it being sold digitally, maybe it works for that, because you can just buy each individual episode.
Yep.
I still don't really like that format, though. I just don't... I feel like this game especially doesn't need it, because... every time there's actually another episode, there is like a... It briefly goes over the events of the last one, like you never played it.
Right.
So it's one of those.
Oh, so Telltale does that too, like, you know, previously
recap
in the last
bullshit.
episode. It's like...
Basically makes you feel like you're watching a TV show.
Although, the difference between a Telltale game and this game is that you actually play this, as opposed to just point and click.
Well, Telltale games are essentially just visual novels.
Yeah.
I mean, you have very little interaction with them. Also, he is...
He
yeah,
looks
I can
like he just came in his pants, okay? Look at his face! What is that face?
I can't... I don't know, honestly. Apparently, when you turn into a Shibito, you just look like that. Oh, okay, so I should also mention this. There's a gameplay mechanic. I think they kind of went over it, but I didn't mention it. So there's a mechanic called sight jacking, which the original game introduced, where you can see through the eyes of the Shibito and see everything that they see, so that way you can like more easily slip by them if you're trying to sneak by them.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is both on the original version of this game and on this version of the game, it completely kills your frame rate, as you can probably see. When you sidejack, it just, the frame rate tanks.
Yeah.
The game actually, I think this game actually runs at I think it's 60 frames, maybe not, but it runs at a pretty stable frame rate, but when you sidejack, the frame rate just dies.
I wonder...
It goes down to like 20 or so.
I wonder how the PS2 game is, because I know like PS2 to PS4 games, they're upscaled to...
I hope that they would have fixed that. I hope that they would have fixed that in that version. I'm pretty sure they did. But it's kind of funny because the first time you play this game, you kind of assume you're going to be running away a lot, and that is the case. But you can actually pretty easily kill most of these enemies, and they do eventually come back to life, but it takes a long time for them to do so. And you can do this.
Oh damn! He just held the wall. He was like, "No, fuck your couch."
Yep. Thing about the Shibito is they never die. Zombies can die, but the Shibito don't die. They come back.
So is that like explained in the files by any chance?
It might be. I don't think I really go through those in the playthrough. Oh, god damn. What did he even get impaled on? See, that's another problem I have with this game, is it's so fucking dark.
Dude, it's darker than
like, literally
Silent Hill
dark.
1.
Yeah.
If you ever played that game gets really fucking.
Oh,
dark.
I've played it. Well, not so much dark as it is just really foggy. But yeah, when you do get into the dark areas, it's incredibly dark. Like when you're going around the town at nighttime, it's incredibly dark. You can't see, like, you can only see like 5 feet in front of you.
Scary. But don't cry, honey.
And why are you still wearing those glasses I gave you? Who keeps
Oh,
presents from their
so yeah, this woman is a total fucking bitch, and you were going to hate her.
These are the only
What's wrong
glasses
with
that
you
I've
two?
got.
We just saw a goddamn murder and you're bickering over stupid shit.
Silent Hill nurses.
Damn, ho! I'm like, I know you just want some dick in the fucking nursing bed, but come on now, it's not that time.
Yeah. Interesting thing about this game is it switches between the characters' perspectives. The original game did this too, where it would have multiple characters and you just go between different characters.
Did the story get impacted by like different decisions or anything like that?
No, I don't think you make any like story altering choices or anything like that. At least not from what I remember. Also, yeah, he got fucking impaled with like a wooden thing and he's still alive. Also, he got shot in the heart.
Well,
he should be dead. He should be fucking dead.
Rip.
You would think.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things in survival horror games that make.
Oh, so not only does it have recaps, but it has a preview of the next episode. So yeah, pretty much Telltale.
That kind of defeats the surprise, though, in my opinion.
It does a little bit, yeah. I don't know. I think this was around the time when that craze was going on. It's like we need to have episodic game formats.
Yeah.
I know, like Alone in the Dark, the reboot did this shit. That game was terrible anyway, so.
Yeah,
I need to do a playthrough of that game because that's one of those games that's like so bad it's good.
I'm trying to think. What was the one on PlayStation 1? I played a little bit of that, but I gave up because...
New Nightmare.
Okay, New Nightmare. Yeah, I gave up playing on it because I was just like, this is so, like, convoluted for its own good. And I'm not talking about the story, I'm talking about, like, just some of the fucking puzzles and how they, like, get out to progress. It was, like, even more convoluted than the original Silent Hill, in my opinion. And not in a good way.
It honestly, like, it's kind of funny because Alone in the Dark was the game, too, that inspired, you know, or, well, that was before Resident Evil, but, you know, it somewhat even inspired the game. But, like, the New Nightmare feels more like it's inspired by the original Resident Evil because of how it's set up. It's like, you go to a mansion in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, it has a cool concept and everything, and I don't mind it.
It's not bad. I mean, it's an alright game. I still recommend it. But, it's not amazing.
I'm trying to think. They did make a new Alone in the Dark, but it was like some kind of weird like 4-player co-op game.
Oh, that was Illumination. I don't know where they're going with that series.
There are just some things that are better left off dying.
I really just think they shouldn't have touched that franchise, honestly. I mean, it's a shame because the reboot did have some interesting ideas, but everything else was just so bad. So now you're playing as the dude with the glasses that has the bitchy ex-wife.
Oh, that's always entertaining.
Yep. Yep. Well, it looks like all the natives have been killed off by the Shibito, and have probably they themselves become Shibito. See, I think this guy's about to become a Shibito. Yep.
This plot is getting me thinking, though. I do like that. I still like how does this even work?
It gets... I'll say it goes in a weird direction. I don't want it, like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but I do at the same time so badly because it gets really convoluted. Oh, okay, so when you approach an enemy, an audio signal and vibration will alert you, blah, blah, blah. You never really... It's funny because you never really have to worry about even being stealthy. When you have a weapon, you're perfectly fine for the most part, unless you come across like a sniper. Then unless you come across somebody with like a gun or something, then you're okay. You just melee them, kill them, or just run by them because they're slow and stupid. But if you don't have a weapon, on the other hand, you're kind of fucked. Actually, no, you could punch them like that.
So, by comparison to the Evil Within, how are the stealth mechanics? Because the stealth mechanics are
well,
kind
they
of,
work.
You know, obsolete in that game.
Well, yeah, I mean, here they work at least to a certain extent. You can actually use them and probably get through the game by using them. I mean, one of the criticisms I have about Evil Within is you don't even really... Stealth is pretty irrelevant. You know, you could be stealthy, but it really doesn't matter because you're going to either way alert, like, everything in the area to your presence eventually. So yeah, how to pick up items like you've never played a game before. Here, go next to the item and pick it up.
Oh, so is he gonna run into James? He just picked up a pipe.
Yeah. I didn't remember that, actually, that certain characters apparently can use certain weapons. I don't think that ever comes up. I could be wrong, but I don't remember that. Oh, right. So it's actually... So this game, you have objectives, which is a little bit weird. Oh. Okay, well, and that was scripted.
Oh, okay. She just kind of held the loaf there.
Yup. Here you go, head through the window. Now let's hope she doesn't come back. Well, we all know she's going to. Also, I was a little bit confused at first because I forget about how Japanese, you know, architecture works. It's like, oh, right, they have the sliding doors. And I wanted to make sure she was dead.
Is that porn on the calendar? I think I noticed
Probably
that.
looked it up. Oh, yeah, there we go. For some reason, I didn't see the prompt at first, and it's locked. Oh, but you can break the locks. There we go. Just hit it with your iron pipe. Why is it a cutscene that he opens the door?
That was a good question. Yeah, he got knocked the fuck out.
I forgot about that. Anybody home? So if you haven't noticed, everything is like blood. The sky's bloody in the water. Also, yeah, he got shot earlier, and now he's fine. So this is actually from the original game, too. I do remember this part.
Now what? Are you alright?
Do you want to join the cult?
You're one of them.
Wait.
What was that? That's not gonna stop the blood wound.
What a terrible wound.
Yeah, it's like, what did that do?
Dangerous by yourself. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Yeah. So this woman... Yeah.
Oh, but that song that played when she started doing that kind of reminded me of Silent Hill.
I honestly think a lot of inspiration was taken from Silent Hill with this game. It just there's a lot of stuff that reminds me of it. But yeah, this woman teaches you about sidejacking, and you can sidejack, and it does help sometimes. Like, here's the thing about the sidejacking mechanic, like, you can use it throughout most of the game, but you're really never going to use it as much as they make you think you're going to be using it, if that makes any sense. You only really use it sometimes. Most of the time you don't really need to. Yeah. It does help here, and unfortunately this game has quite a few of these. This mission, I believe, is an escort mission, because you're kind of like with this woman, and she can get lost and you will have to find her again. I think there's a lot of, like, footage I cut out where I was trying to find her, too. Because, like, she gets left behind, and I just go ahead of her. It's one of those type of games, unfortunately, where there is a few escort missions, and they can be annoying because the AI is fucking dumb sometimes.
Now follow me.
I don't think that dumb, but they can be killed by enemies, so you kind of want to watch out for them and make sure they're, like, always near you. Ashley, though, like, she can just be kidnapped immediately. Like, at least with these characters, they can get hit a few times and take some abuse before they go down. Yeah. Also, I get used to me checking the map quite a bit, because sometimes I have, like, no idea where the hell I'm going. The game is pretty linear, though, for the most part. Sidejacking is kind of weird, too, because of all the perspective switching. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, right, I forgot I cut here.
We must get moving.
I think there was, like, a lot of me just, like, wandering around aimlessly, so I'm like, nah, not leaving this in. Also, there's every time one of the Shibito comes up, there's, like, a visual indication of it. Like, the screen will go all different colors of the rainbow. I don't know if I can punch them or not. I guess I didn't try to. Where the hell did that woman go? I think I just left her. I'm not sure if I just, like, look for her.
Well, she's dead.
Yeah, well, if they find her, yeah. And knowing my luck, they probably will. Oh, well, they found me. Fortunately, she doesn't know how to go around the corner. Oh, well, never mind. There she is.
Please follow me.
Oh, I hate how they do that. So apparently, I don't know, because like she was standing there for a minute, and then she immediately realized, like, oh, I need to do something. So she's escorting you. I think that was the mistake I made earlier, is I like went ahead of her, and I think that's the footage I cut out, as I like went ahead of her, and I thought I was supposed to be escorting her, but apparently she's escorting me. I was trying to find who was looking for me, too. Oh, she's right there. For some reason I can't sidecheck her. Bitch, you ugly. At least the Shibito are a little bit more creative than zombies, because the Shibito can pretty much be anything. Like any kind of disgusting monster.
Yeah, I think I've seen images where like some of them had like maggots.
Yeah,
and,
some
like,
of them are
teeth
maggots,
coming out
and
of
then
their
there are
eyes.
some that like fly. Which you'll see later. Those in particular can be really obnoxious. Mainly because they can pick you up and drop you.
Right.
I think most people know about this game because PewDiePie played it, like a long time ago.
Really?
I think he did, yeah.
You mean he doesn't just play first-person horror games?
I think he just plays everything that's horror, or considered horror. I mean, well, he used to. Not so much anymore.
I'm glad you're okay. We must get
What the
moving.
fuck? She was just standing here chilling the whole time. While I, like, tried to go over the roof and broke through the roof. Probably broke my legs.
Maybe she's high. She must have been seeing Afro Man.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, it took me
I
a
thought you said
second.
Aquaman for a minute. I was like, oh, Afro Man, yeah. You don't want to see Aquaman. You don't want to talk to fish.
Or his sidekick, Dennis Rodman. They're gonna be going to Cuckbusters.
Oh, I had so much trouble figuring out what I should do here. Because she just, like, gets behind this truck and she waits. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing? And then apparently, I forget exactly what you have to do. Yeah, okay, knock out the Shibito over there, and fuck, what else do you have to do? I think that's pretty much it. I just, for some reason, I got really confused in this part. And I wish I could read Japanese because I don't know what like any of this says. Oh, yeah, she's like, perhaps we can use the sign. I'm like, how can we use the sign? And then I kind of, before I was just like kind of aimlessly wandering around and I couldn't find out what she meant. And apparently you have to go up here into this room and, yeah, like knock over this sign. So you can't just like knock out that Chibito over there with normal means. You have to knock him out with the sign for some reason. Because you can't just pick up a blunt object and hit him over the head with it. You gotta, like, specifically knock him out with that sign.
You gotta be alive.
Yeah, that's what I hate about survival horror games sometimes. It's like, well, we can't do this because it's easier. We have to make it fucking complicated. So where the fuck did... Oh yeah, I was confused because she's gone. And I was like, where the hell did she go? Apparently she moves ahead of you when you do that. And it doesn't help that there's no indication on the map of, like, where she is or nothing to tell you where she is. So you kind of have to just find her.
I don't know if it's just me or not, but it looks like his legs are kind of imploding in on themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the camera was intended for you to see that, but it just
yeah, I guess,
happened.
like, when he's walking up the stairs, it's kind of noticeable.
We're almost there.
Oh, yeah, so there's a Shibito that's tending to the
Perhaps we
graves.
can set a trap.
And I wasn't sure what she meant by setting a trap at first. But apparently you can, like, I guess they have, yeah, like a hunting trap here. You can yell at him to lure him over and, like, just have him get caught in the hunting trap. And it's like, I don't need the game to explain to me how yelling works. It's like, just hit left on the D-pad. There you go. There we go. He got caught in the trap. Wow. Yeah, so that one was a little bit more drawn out than the other ones.
Well,
some of them are actually very
be
short.
more elaborate, like...
Oh, I remember this guy. I don't know if they introduced him yet. This might be the episode where they introduce him. Japanese man.
Some Japanese man that apparently has infinite
Yeah, he has
ammo,
infinite
but
ammo.
double
So
barrel
this is
shotgun.
pretty ridiculous. He has infinite ammo and he has like a double barrel shotgun, but he's using it as like a rifle. And I don't think, I don't know, I'm no expert on guns, but I don't think a double barrel shotgun has that kind of range.
I wouldn't personally know either. But I don't think he would be shooting that like it was infinite ammo. I think they might have just replaced the gun that they had maybe mid-development.
It could be.
Like maybe it was supposed to be just a generic
There are
hunting
missions
rifle.
where you use this gun as like a sniper rifle. And here's Dom's waifu and teenage Japanese girl.
Well, is she 18 and can she
I
get
guess
a uniform?
so. It's kind of funny because the plot sort of, in a way, revolves a little bit around her. I won't say much more than that, though.
I'm really sorry, Sam. I am glad to see you, and it's good to know you're okay.
I was.
Also, is it just me or does the lip syncing in this game seem really kind of off?
Not them again.
Oh, we're playing a
What happened to their kid?
Be okay.
Oh, they're looking for their kid.
Yeah. Yeah, they got their kid got lost, apparently.
Man, this is some awful parenting.
What are we playing? Fucking zombies? We gotta brace the doors. Well, they already got in. Doesn't matter. What was the point of that? Wait, I didn't even have to brace the door. Just kill the Shibito.
Maybe it was just like, here, you have the option
Yeah.
to do it, but maybe it's not really...
You're not gonna use it, but here you go.
You know, maybe that feature wouldn't have been so bad if the game wasn't linear.
Yeah.
But if you have to backtrack and you have to run through all this.
You will do backtracking. Find a gun. Find a gun in Japan.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's too many of them. We'll have to find another way around.
Yeah, so I can't go that way, and then she proceeds to go that way. Oh, maybe it was the other way. Okay, it was. I guess they saw it. I don't know. Oh, hey, there's one. Oh, also, this uses 6 axes, and I really hated the 6 axes gimmick.
I think
Uncharted, the first Uncharted had that.
Yeah, I think both Ninja Gaidens had them, and I don't know if there was like an alternate way to do the Ninpo.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure there was. It's been a while since I played Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 on PS3, but that kind of fucked me over when I was playing that, and
yeah.
And my controller was.
Oh, so guess what we found?
Also,
38 caliber handgun.
Oh,
Just happened to have one. Also, this
gun.
is another annoying use of 6 axes. If you want to reload your gun, you're gonna have to shake the 6 axes in a certain way or something. God, I hate that. Because you can't just use the fucking.
Is there no?
You can't.
There's no alternate way to do it. Either?
I'm not sure there might be. I don't know. I think that maybe that's just one way to do it. Let me see. Shoot, shake. Wait, shake? Okay, no, okay, so, or press triangle. So we can't press triangle. Yeah, I never shaked it. That was dumb. I'm glad they at least give us the option not to do that, because that's fucking dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that, and if you're using, like, a third-party controller, or if your controller is worked with 6 axis, so yeah.
Oh, that would suck if you had games that, like, relied on 6 axes.
There is one game like that. I think it's called Flower.
Wasn't that like I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, you just
that was
have
the one
to
about
move
the flower petals
and like different
blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
I think we should go to the church. Are you kidding me?
Can you even call that a game though?
No.
I think it's one of those games that try to be really artsy. I don't know. I guess you could call it a game because it's interactive.
Where are you?
So I guess, you know, if you were defining it based on that, then sure.
What were you thinking, bringing her to a place like this?
Like I told you before.
Yeah, why would you bring your daughter to Japan? It's
I
not
swear,
safe.
you're completely useless. I'm gonna find her myself.
Wait. How are you gonna ask him what he was thinking and then be like, no, just be quiet. I don't want to hear
I told
it. No,
you.
it's either one or the other. Make up your damn mind.
That's why American women are inferior.
Come and find you.
Oh no, is this where we're gonna play as the girl? I hate those parts. I think it is.
What is this African music?
I don't know. The music in this game is kind of weird.
There's no such thing as a boogeyman. Daddy said they don't exist. They don't exist!
The child actor in this game is fucking horrible.
Oh boy. See, when you play as Sherry Birkin in Resident Evil 2, it's not so bad because you don't have to really hear her talk.
Yeah.
Tell me what I must do next.
Although granted, it's annoying that you can't fight back, as opposed to like playing as Ada. But just no, please no. I think just getting child actors, especially for like horror things, is just a no.
Yeah, I mean it can work, but most of the time it doesn't.
Are you kidding me?
But these portions when you play as Bella, I think is her name, it's really annoying because you cannot fight back, and you kind of have to just sneak around all the Shibito or run from them. I mean, this portion does at least feel more like survival horror because you can't defend yourself at all.
I promise I'll come and find you.
Well, I'm pretty sure the black man got killed.
They don't exist!
Well, Rip Brian, he held the loaf again.
He's the first fatality. Oh man.
So, how long is this game in particular?
I want to say it took me maybe about 5 hours. If I'm guessing.
Okay.
Maybe
And
7, maybe 7, more like.
This is the first hour.
Yeah, it could have been more like 5, because yeah, this is actually the first 3 episodes. I think there's 15 episodes, I want to say. I forget exactly. Somewhere around there. Also, I think I got caught the first time I tried this with the nurse over there. You gotta crouch and go by her. This level is actually pretty confusing. It's easy to get lost here because there's different stairwells and there's different ways to get to the different floors. You're supposed to get down to the basement. And that was staircase B, there's staircase C. You gotta get by this bitch. I don't know what the hell she's doing. Oh god. Apparently, well, I guess that distracted her. Oh, okay. That was why. I don't know if I did that or if that was already there.
I think that was already going off like that.
But in typical horror fashion, there are certain areas that are just completely blocked off and you can't get to.
Right. Or if you ended up in Silent Hill, every door is locked or jammed.
Yeah. I believe we're in the basement now.
Yeah, damn. Now I'm trying to think, because, like, and not to kind of diverge from what we're watching, but from what I remember, The Evil Within was actually supposed to have, like, a hospital segment like that, where you were supposed to see, like, somebody getting operated on.
I know there were
parts
parts where you were in a hospital in that game, but I don't think there was anything like that. Oh, but yeah, the elevator can fuck you too. If you call the elevator, there'll be a Shabito in there sometimes. So you gotta be careful with that. Because once they catch you, it's game over, and they, I don't know. I think honestly, I don't know if they're faster than you or not, which is kind of bad if a kid can outrun them. Because I do remember there were times when they did chase after me and I was faster. Of course, the door is
Maybe they
locked.
just felt like that was easier to do, or I don't know.
And guess what? We must backtrack. We were actually right in front of the incinerator. And that's where the key to the reception room is.
Oh boy.
So go back and get it. There must be somewhere else I didn't look, because there you can hide in the incinerator. Oh right. Okay, so it might not be the incinerator, but it might be in another room. It's kind of misleading because the objective says the incinerator, but it's actually I might be remembering it incorrectly, but I know there is a room where in the basement where you need to get a key, and there is a nurse kind of guarding it. You have to get by her and get it. I think I was like super paranoid too, because every time those colors come up, it means there's a Shabito nearby.
Right. And I think you mentioned earlier that there were like different colors that pop up as they get kind of closer and further away from you.
I really hope I cut out a lot of me just like wandering aimlessly, like not sure where to go. Oh well, no, I guess I did find the key.
Help! Daddy, Mommy! Where are you? Daddy,
Oh, geez.
I told you. Acting is bad.
Jeez.
Yeah, hers is the worst. Yeah. Oh, guess what happened to him?
Oh, Brian, you held the low.
He's now Shabito, man. So, this guy is gonna eventually break into the hospital, and he can chase you now, and he is faster than you. So you're avoiding him while also...
okay, make the black guy really fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're avoiding... He's the fastest to me, though, actually. Because white men can't jump. So you're avoiding him while also avoiding the other Shibito.
I think that would have been a lot more impactful if, like, the dad died, maybe?
Yeah.
Because, it would have been like, well, shit, like, both of her parents were looking for her, and now you have one of them that's dead and trying to actually kill her.
Yeah, instead it's just, like, the friend.
Yeah.
And yeah, you actually have to... It took me a long time to figure this out, but, you have to go through here in order to get out of the hospital, and you need to distract this nurse by setting a timer. And then you go through this way, which I never would have thought you could use to get out, because I tried like every other place in the hospital to try to get out of here, and you have to go this way. It's like a hidden passage or something.
Come on, Bella.
I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. What? I'll give the game this. The music's good at least.
Yeah, the music is pretty weird and it's fitting.
It's good in some places, but then it's like
pretty ridiculous.
Really weird in other places.
I could never take the black man seriously.
Oh, now he's hunting for that white
Y'all.
baby.
It's kind of funny because he seems to have retained like some sense of some sanity, I guess, in comparison to the other Shibito. Like he's actively trying to go after them, whereas the other Shibito are just kind of there. Asian waifu.
Hey! You okay?
Miyako-san.
It's that guy.
Get your hands off of her!
I don't speak out of English.
Wait. You were part of that ritual.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot. He speaks English, like really bad English.
Well, what
She's trying to like she tapped him with the stick.
Look.
I'll take you down with this.
Also, this kinda reminds me of Ryuhei Kitamura's versus, just a little bit, because they had like this guy who needed this girl to sacrifice so that he can open up the portal to hell, so he can get superpowers.
Yeah,
basically.
she's basically like a sacrifice or something like that.
Oddly enough, that movie had zombies that, after somebody would die, they would just come back to life as a zombie, and I think some of them even came back more than once.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of similar. Oh, so yeah, this is another escort mission. I know you love those. Except this one is a little bit more open. Like, it's not quite as linear as some of the other levels. This actually has some wide open areas like the fields. This has the east and the west fields, and we're supposed to reach the west fields. And I probably fucked up somewhere there. I think if I remember correctly, I got caught by Shibito and killed. So, cut that part out. There's actually something really specific I think you have to do here. This actually goes to the west fields, but you can't go through that way because it's locked, of course. You gotta find a weapon to destroy the lock and get through that gate.
Right.
And god damn it, she's blocking me. What the fuck? I hate how the characters can do that.
Look, she just wanted some of that American beef.
Yeah, I was like, wait here, bitch. I'll take care of him. Or I'll just hide. See, even in death, the Shibito must tend to the plant.
Okay.
That's literally what they're doing. It's like, I don't get it.
I guess they
apparently
want
it's really
Japanese Farmer Brown over there.
Oh, I think they might have seen me. Oh yeah, so I wandered around for a long ass time until I realized you have to climb that tree.
Oh, and
I guess that means you can't get back down.
open up the door from the other side.
Yeah, I think you might have to. Maybe you just open it from the other side. I'm not sure.
Yo!
Oh shit! Apparently somebody found her.
Hey!
I was like trying to distract them or something, but they won't listen to me.
Hey!
Of course, this happens while I'm up here, and I can't get back down.
Yeah, so it basically fucked you. But I mean, does the AI at least
Actually, this was a scripted segment. I forgot. This is actually supposed to happen. But you do have to get to her in time, otherwise they will get her. I think she hides out in like a...
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that like
okay.
pool shed
I know
over
they
there.
were digging a hole, but it looked like they were trying to swim through the ground. The way that they were doing that.
Yeah. Oh, my aching back. Is that... Did you see that shit? That guy was like bouncing up and down. I feel like this game can be really buggy sometimes.
Yeah. Well, was it a early PS3 or?
I don't know. I think it was like... It was fairly early, I want to say. But I'm not entirely sure. I forget when this game actually came out. I want to say 2008. 2007, 2008, somewhere around there.
Okay. Do we know what engine
that's
this
just a
game is
guess.
running on, by the way?
Hmm?
Do we know what engine this game is running on?
Wait, what?
What engine this game is running on?
Oh, I have no idea. I kind of was wondering the same thing myself.
Because sometimes the engine could, be very telling as to why certain things happen.
Yeah.
Case in point, just
I don't know if they can actually break down that door because it seems like you can just take your sweet time and they just won't try to do anything. They'll keep trying to open the door, but not like break it down or anything. It's just like open the door. It's like that's not working.
That one with the scythe or the sickle over there is just trying to like do jumping jacks or something.
I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's just like swinging around, and then the one that like we're sidejacking is like swinging his arms.
Yeah, that's
like what are you? You're not helping. Yeah, apparently they're on the other side of the gate. I don't know how the hell she got over here.
You're about to go play some.
Oh no, we were on the other side. Never mind. Yeah, they're just gonna keep doing that. They're just gonna keep trying to open the door that they can't open. I mean, it's like you have a shovel, just like break the door.
I take it you're about to play Dark Souls in a moment here. Take on 3
We're gonna
enemies
find a
at once
bonfire.
and you're just gonna get fucked.
No, actually, the combat in this game is surprisingly like it's surprisingly easy to take these guys down.
Okay, that one that you just killed did not look anything like a Shibito. Their skin looked perfectly fine.
It's just an old ass woman. Nah, they won't do that.
Maybe if you decapitated them.
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think it works like a regular zombie, whereas, like, if you destroy the brain, then they don't come back.
Right. Because, I mean, they seem to take a stabbing pretty well.
I'm not exactly sure how the Shibito really work. I do know that it is mentioned, like, somebody mentioned in a video he did about this game, that the Shibito just, like, unlike zombies who just are pretty much just go out and crave human flesh, like, the Shibito just, they kind of just do their daily routine as if they were still human, but the only difference is that they kill people. So I guess that's why you see all these people, like, planting plants and tending to the plants.
You just walked past that one.
Like that one woman over there. Oh no. How did that happen? Oh my god. I should have known she'd try to come after us.
Like, go back to tending your plants.
I think, like, later on in the game, I just kind of say fuck it and kill, like, pretty much anything in my way.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly how I played Silent Hill. I was just
Yeah.
like, you know what?
Well, in Silent Hill, though, there was more of a threat. Like, in this game, it's kind of like, these enemies aren't very strong, and they're kind of dumb.
Yeah, that's,
And they go down pretty easily, so...
It's exactly how I played Silent Hill. I just, I was like, you know
See,
what? I have
that
the crowbar,
thing literally
so-
just took 2 hits.
And what difficulty is this on?
Wait,
What
what?
difficulty is this on?
Oh, this is actually on normal. I should have probably played on hard, because normal is, like, way too easy in this game.
Oh, we got fucking Chris Redfield over here now.
Yeah. Well, it was a rotting tree, so... it was ready to fall over. Wow, okay.
I think we got, like...
I can't wait till we get to the sniper guy.
That'll be fun.
English man. Oh, hey, there's Flying Shibito. Oh, we don't get to see him. There's the woman from the Order.
Oh boy.
What am I doing here? Please, God.
Maybe this manga will tell me.
This manga.
Oh, there's Sniper Rifleman.
I don't know
Dead.
about all that now. From that range, I don't know.
I told you, that's what I was talking about. That you actually, I think the next level you play as him and you shoot the Shibito from that tower. Oh, there's Flying Shibito.
No! Get away from me, son of a bitch! Are you crazy?
Also, I noticed our boy from the beginning. He got some.
Hello?
He got that Japanese girl thrown up on him though.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at what happens with that. I'll just say that. But yeah, in some way, yeah. But yeah, next video will be episodes 3 through 5. Stay tuned for that.